Welcome to our final round highlights coverage of the Autex Muriwai Open. And once again, the Jennian Homes Charles Tour does not disappoint as we're in for an exciting final day. We have Daniel Hillier showing no signs of being locked up in quarantine up until last week as he leads us by 2 shots. We also have defending champion Jimmy Hydes 6 shots back, but anything can happen as he also joins the final group today. So we've got a defending champion Jimmy Hydes on the tee, and has he got the big stick there, Dave?
He has, yep. A positive start from Jimmy. He is playing driver here on the first, and as we speak, it looks as though there's been a change of decision with Steve and Foxy, and the big stick is out now.
And that's Jimmy Hydes. Last round is officially underway for this final group. And finally, our current leader, Daniel Hillier. And we're off. Some great crowds here out at Muriwai, and no doubt they will build as this final round action continues. Oh, that's a fantastic save there by Jimmy. So Dave, the second hole, it's been playing the easiest here a week.
Yeah.
You know, a solid drive down there, Dave, but had Foxy about 100 in front of him.
He did. Foxy has absolutely hammered his tee shot. As you saw there from Jimmy, I think he had a 3-wood in. Ryan will have a pitching wedge on 9-iron in his hand, no doubt. Yeah, that was a monster drive.
Awkward lie there for Daniel, but a great looking shot, and it's rolling out to about 10 feet. A fantastic shot there by Dan. Now, Dave, Foxy doesn't waste any time hitting his shots, does he?
No, he doesn't. Dan's ball's just finished rolling and Ryan's ready to go. It's actually really refreshing to see the way both Ryan and Dan play the game. They really do get on with it.
Some eagle opportunities here on the second. Jimmy Hydes, another long lag putt for his eagle opportunity. Bit better speed, but still a little short.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch James today. He certainly plays a different game than Ryan and Daniel. You know, Ryan really powers the ball, and Daniel, even though he's not the biggest fella in the world, he does hit it a long way, and we go close to matching Foxy 4 length. So, you know, Jimmy's going to find himself hitting first into the greens all day today, but a good chance for a young amateur golfer on the rise to test himself.
And pure class from Ryan Fox. Dave, we saw him dominate early last week, obviously at the Clubroom Gulf Harbour Open. Are we likely to see a similar thing today, do you reckon?
Yeah, well, that's a bit of a statement, isn't it? Eagle on the second hole, set up by that monster drive. But Daniel is closer, and can he match and keep his 2-shot lead?
Indeed, let's see. Oh, slides by the right edge. Must be tough, Dave, Dan coming, straight out of quarantine, straight into a pretty big event. It must be hard for the guys coming out of, 2 weeks of not being able to do a lot.
Absolutely, and that was what was so impressive about Dan's start to this week. You know, he was right into it, and then in those difficult conditions yesterday, he held pretty strong and, kept sort of at around even par when it did start to rain heavily. And look, he started with a solid par and then a birdie. Yep, he's lost a shot on Foxy, but a pretty good solid start for him.
Oh, and he slides by as well. Yeah, hopefully we get a chance later in the round to catch up with Dan. Daniel Hillier with a good looking shot there into the third. This hole playing exactly 187 to that front right pin. Jimmy with a good looking shot. Dave, Foxy with a little downhill lie to negotiate here out of the bunker, but it wouldn't be the first time he's holed out.
No, Foxy's already chipped in twice this week, and I think last week at the Clubroom Open at Gulf Harbour he did as well. but that time his short game fell a little short. He won't be too happy with that. A lengthy putt for par.
Yeah, tried to use a slope, but just not quite enough on it. Ryan Fox to save par. Oh, left short in the jaws as well. A few putts left short here, Dave.
Yeah, Jimmy has left a couple short already and another one from Foxy. We did have a lot of rain yesterday, so perhaps the guy's just struggling a little bit with their speed early on.
This potentially for a 3-shot lead. Yeah. Classy. Game on, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a positive start from Dan. 2 birdies on the trot, and due to Foxy's mishap there, now a 3-shot lead.
And we will be back with the leaders shortly. And here he is, Mark Hudson, in the race for his ISPS Honda PGA Tour of Australasia card this week, the tournament within the tournament. He finds himself 1 shot back behind Luke Brown and Luke Toomey in this final round. We have a tournament within a tournament this week with 9 guys going for 2 cards on the ISPS Honda PGA Tour of Australasia. Awesome to be able to play qualifying school here in New Zealand at the Autex Muriwai Open, and we're just watching our current leader, tied leader, Luke Brown with his eagle putt. Luke recently returning from Australia. Ollie, you're our PGA Tour representative here this week. It's pretty awesome for these guys to have the opportunity to do a qualifying school here in New Zealand.
Yeah, with quarantine at the moment and guys not being able to get across to Australia, the beautiful thing about this is that we get guys being able to head across, hopefully for the remainder of the year, but without leaving their backyard to get their cards this year.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And there's Luke just finishing off his birdie easily. Perfect shot down the right hand side there for Toomey. Sets himself nicely into the 7th green. Luke Brown here, the par 4, 378 metres. Out to the left there for Luke, and the battle for the tour cards continue. Dan, Siobhan, thanks for having a quick chat as we walk down the 6th fairway. How are you feeling after, 5.5?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Got off to a steady start, and obviously the sun's shining and there's not much wind, so yeah, it's a recipe for good scoring.
Yeah, awesome. And obviously you're not long out of quarantine, Dan, and we were all wondering, were you hitting golf balls against a mattress or putting into a cart? What did you do for 2 weeks?
I actually had my golf clubs in the lockup down in the foyer, so I didn't see my clubs for 2 weeks. But yeah, I just took it as a time to sort of take a break, and after a long couple of months overseas, and yeah, came back out pretty excited to get back into it, and yeah, loving being out here this week.
Yeah, awesome. Well, the break seems to be paying off, and you've got the beautiful Siobhan on the bag. And do you prefer caddying or watching, or rather be in the action than kind of following along?
I love caddying for Dan. I can actually look after him, feed him. He's obviously eating a banana right now. But yeah, watching's great too, and yeah, I just love being a part of it.
Amazing. Well, good job, guys. We'll catch up later. See ya.
See ya.
Jimmy smokes it down 7. Perfect line. Ryan Fox takes on the corner. Absolutely pumps it. Absolutely perfect there for Ryan Fox. Great angle in. Daniel Hillier with a 2-shot lead on the 7th tee. And a fantastic shot there for Daniel as well. Okay, as we come into the approach shot at the 7th here at Muriwai, it is a treacherous pin today. Jimmy hides 150, a tricky shot in here. They have got to be right at the pin today to avoid the bowl of the left. Oh, very smart shot there. Pass pin high, but safe there for Jimmy. Dan Hillier with a wedge in hand with 113 to the pin. Smart looking shot, taking it straight at the flag. Aggressive to that pin, but it pays off. And Ryan Fox once again pumping it over the corner. 95 to the pin. Flick wedge in. Leak to the little right. Pin high. Very makeable 10-footer for birdie there for Ryan. Should be a pretty straightforward putt for Jimmy here, the defending champ. Gives it a chance. No, another one short there for Jimmy. Gives it a chance, and the back of the hole collects it for Dan. With a birdie here at the 7th. Pretty straightforward putt here for Foxy. And he can. He's not going to let Dan run away with it just yet. Ooh, and Jimmy just slides it in to tidy up. Ryan Fox playing first here into the 8. The signature hole of Muriwai Links. He's taking his hand off the club. He's not happy with that one as it finishes short of the green. Jimmy, our leading amateur, lines up his tee shot at 8. He was the home favourite last week and defending champ this week. He holds his finish, having a good look at it. Jimmy hides here with a fairway wood in his hand. Putting stroke with a lofted club. Gave it a chance. Ryan Fox finds himself 2 shots back as they play the 8th hole. And it started a little bit too far left and stayed out there for Ryan, but easy tapping for par, and Ben Campbell making a bit of a charge, who now finds himself in 3rd place, and Mark Brown, after a very hot front 9 here at Muriwai, finds himself in 4th at 15 under. It sneaks by for Jimmy. Daniel Hillier into the 9th. Oh, lands it long, has a bit of spin, but not enough. He wants it to nip. Oh! And nip it did, nearly straight in. Daniel Hillier for birdie at the 9th. He knows that Foxy had a tap in for birdie. Gives us a try, but he has a tap in for par, which means we go in to the back 9 with only a 1-shot difference. It's all on here for the back 9 at the Autex Muriwai Open. Only 1 shot is the difference between Daniel Hillier and Ryan Fox as they enter the back 9 today. There is birdies galore out there, as we've seen Mark Brown and Ben Campbell charge up the leaderboard by shooting 29 on their respective front 9s today, 7 under par. It is going to be an exciting back 9, so make sure you stay tuned and let's see how they go. Steve Williams and Ryan Fox having a chat, deciding what to do into this par 5. There's lots going on today out here at Muriwai. We've got the chase for the ISPS Honda PGA Tour of Australia cards with Luke Brown, Luke Toomey and Mark Hudson all vying for those 2 spots at the moment. Daniel Hillier, 1 back from Ryan Fox. And now we come to the 2 eagle putts. Only 1 shot the difference between them at the moment, so this could be very interesting. Little putting comp here on. Ooh, and no luck for Daniel either there, but he'll tap that in. And a easy tap and birdie there for Ryan as we approach the 15th hole. Drama here at the 15th hole in the final round of the Autex Muriwai Open. Daniel Hillier loses his ball left in the trees. Crowd trying to find his ball. Unfortunately, he was unable to do so, so he was back to the tee and has played his 3rd shot. It certainly opens the door here for Ryan to extend his lead. And he does. Just how big of a lead is he going to take after this? Ooh. Short there for Daniel. Taps in for double. Daniel Hillier into this tucked left pin on the top tier. Tidy. Ryan Fox with his approach into 16. 4-shot lead he holds. Holding the finish. Bit of spin, coming back towards the pin. Very tidy shot there for Ryan. Foxy for birdie on 16. Oh, makes birdie on 16 and extends his lead. He's going to be tough to catch now. Second to last hole here, Ryan Fox into 17. Sneaks a little bit right, but it holds on to the right edge of the green. Very tidy shot there for Dan. And another birdie for Ryan Fox. 18th tee, their final hole of this 4th round here at the Muriwai Open, the Jennian Homes Charles Tour. He leads Daniel Hillier by 6 shots, teeing off here at 18. Here we go, final drive of the day. Loses that one right. Daniel Hillier, 21 under for the tournament as he tees off on his final hole. Finds himself 6 back after a very good battle for the first 15 holes really. An unfortunate double, seeing Foxy run away with it. But a fantastic shot down there to finish his last drive for Daniel. Absolute scenes here at 18. Ryan Fox's ball appears to have not dropped from the tree. A lot of people just staring blankly upwards as the crowd that had gathered following Ryan Fox all stares at this tree in the hope of finding, or at least viewing, Ryan's ball. So, conclusion here at 18 is that Ryan was unable to identify his ball up the tree, meaning that he is doing a return trip to the tee and he will hit 3 off the tee after having to declare his ball lost. Oh, very tidy shot there from Dan Hillier into 18. And now Ryan Fox, after having to go back to the tee, he's now hitting his 4th shot into the 18th green. And it's a very tidy shot indeed. And the crowds approach the 18th green with Dan, Ryan and James leading the pack. Ryan had enough of a buffer that the lost ball 18 will not impact his trophy, but the course record remains. Jimmy taps in, and he will be the leading amateur of the Autex Muriwai Open. Dan Hillier to go one more into the red. Easy. And Ryan Fox as he lines up for what is actually a bogey putt here on 18 after an eventful final hole. And it won't drop, so it'll be a double on the scorecard. Bittersweet way to end there for Ryan Fox, but he is our Autex Muriwai Open champion after another dominating performance. Ryan, deja vu. We're doing this again after last week. Must feel pretty good, but a bit of a bittersweet ending.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with how I played today. Obviously, just that nasty little Norfolk pine on the last. I think it's more my mates are pissed off with me, to be honest. Like they had a deal if I shot the last round of the week, they were going to get some beers, so they're getting quite a lot less beers than what they thought they were going to get.
There were obviously a year's supply of Asahi up for grabs for the low round, and you were going to take it all out, and then all of a sudden there were 5 others with you.
Yeah, and I think a few people are annoyed that Jason Gulasakar's course record's still holding as well. So, I mean, it happens. I think it happened to me here when I last won in 2014. I hit one right, thought, oh, it's fine, walked up, couldn't find the ball. So it's just something with that 18th hole. But, luckily I'd done some pretty good work up to 18 to make it pretty comfortable regardless of what happened.
Also, I mean, pretty awesome having Steve Williams on your bag this week. Pretty special. I think you mentioned 151 wins for him now?
Yeah, he asked, does this count as win 151? I said, yes, definitely. So, to have his knowledge on the bag, and I mean, I've got to know Steve really well over the last 5 or 6 years, and, it's just cool for him to offer to come out and do it. He lives pretty close by and, braved the pretty average weather yesterday, but, as he said to me, caddying's in his DNA. He just loves it. Even though he's retired now, he still loves being out on the golf course, and it was a pleasure to walk around with him, and certainly nice to get him another win.
Yeah, pleasure for all of us to have both you and him, I guess, back on home shores and out on the golf course. How long do we have you back for?
Well, I'll be back for the PGA, and then I'm just trying to figure out when I go. It'll be in May sometime. I had my first shot of the jab yesterday, so hopefully we'll get that after the second shot after the PGA, and then I'll be good to make life a bit easier to travel overseas from there. And just got to figure out a few things. Nothing's really changed from last week in that respect.
Yeah, awesome. Well, as much as we'd love to see you back on the Jennian Homes Charles Tour soon, we wish you all the best overseas and hope you can get back there soon.
Thanks, Hannah.
So a lost ball on 18 was not enough to stop Ryan Fox taking out the Autex Muriwai Open here for the final Jennian Homes Charles Tour event before we take a little bit of a break over the winter, and we'll be back in late September. Make sure if you haven't checked out the other Jennian Homes Charles Tour that we've had on, be sure to watch them on Sky Sport Next when you get the chance.